ton of money off of Facebook. Isn't that correct?
Absolutely not, because Facebook censored us for
Donald
6
Trump,
months.
Now, Donald Trump introduced you all at a rally last year, and he introduced y'all saying that you were very popular and you had made a ton of money based on your affiliation with him. Isn't that correct?
Let me tell you what he was doing.
He
was calling those things that was not as though they were, is what he was doing then. Okay. But let me tell you something.
He has given you.
But Facebook censored us for 6 months.
Hold on one second, ma'am. The point I'm trying to make is you all have been bashing Facebook and you've been making a ton of money. Isn't that correct?
No.
Excuse me,
no.
Wait
a minute, hold on. Unsafe to the community.
You've not been making a ton of money based on your bashing of Facebook?
No. We didn't bash Facebook. What we did was we brought it to the light on how Facebook has been censoring conservative voices like ourselves for 6 months, 29 days, 5 hours, 43 minutes, and 40 seconds. That's what they did.
Now, I can tell you something.
Have you been making money? Have you been monetizing?
They won't let us monetize on Facebook.
So you haven't
They stopped it for 6 months, 29 days.
So they've been messing with your money then?
Exactly.
They limited our page is what they did.
And YouTube did also by demonetizing 95% of our videos for no reason at all, deeming it as hate speech. However, allow me to say that with them,
merchandise on the
well, even if we sell merchandise, that don't have anything to do with Facebook. Facebook censored our free speech, and shame on the ones that don't even see that we have been censored. Yet, when the Black Lives Matter people complain about it, oh, everybody is up in arms. Let me just say this here. If the shoe was on the other foot and Mark Zuckerberg was a conservative and we were liberals, oh, all fences and all chains would have broke loose. You know it and I know it. But what I find appalling is that these Democrats, they don't want to take up for our voice.
Democrats would be in the street. Democrats would be in the street right now marching and calling him all type of racist.
I'd like to give you a little bit more time. I'd like to give you a little bit more time, but I got to move on. I only got a minute left.
Okay.
But I appreciate you all for your entrepreneurial spirit.
And we're
giving you a tremendous,
and we want to attain it too.
And we're giving you a tremendous platform with this hearing to make a ton of money when it's over.
That's right. And I hope everybody on Facebook can follow us.
And yes, that's right. That's right. Because that's what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about the obtaining the American dream. We are African-American women. If illegal aliens can come over here and build businesses, why can't we? And we were born on this soil. Oh, you don't have a right to silence my voice.
Well, now, I've always heard, though, that diamonds are a girl's best friend.
They are, and they hard, too. And if I got to be hard and be firm with you, I will. You're not going to brush us off and dismiss us like we don't have merit here. These people censored us for no reason. They put limitations on our page for no reason, and that was wrong.
But rather than diamonds, you're seeking money with Facebook. Isn't that correct?
Well, you know what? If Facebook is a platform for you to make money, then so be it. Everybody else do it.
And don't stop us from making it.
And don't make us feel guilty because we and other people that's built their brand page want to make money. We've spent plenty of money.
All right. Okay, I'm with you on that. I'm just astounded that this committee would stoop to this level to be positioning you all to make more money.
We really thank the committee for
allowing us
to the light,
sure
for little voices like us.
I'm sure that
it's little voices like us.
Because it wasn't you. You didn't do it.
The time of the gentleman has expired. I thank the exchange. The gentleman asked the questions. The ladies answered his questions. And the chair now recognizes.
I thank the chairman.
The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Iowa, Mr. King, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Let me see. I'd almost.
No, we've never been paid by the Trump campaign.
You've never been paid by the Trump campaign.
We have never been paid by the Trump campaign.
Not $5, not $100.
We have never been paid. We have never been paid by the Trump campaign.
Let me ask a specific question. $1,274.94.
We have never
been
paid.
Ms. Hardaway, my understanding is that you received the now infamous email from Facebook the email calling your page unsafe on April 8th, 2018?
No. That was not April the 8th. We received that on April the 5th, 2018.
Thank you. Now, on April 11th, you appeared on the Ingram Angle on Fox News to discuss this matter. The host, Laura Ingram, asked, did you get contacted by Facebook, and has this been reversed? Had you been contacted by Facebook?
We was contacted via Twitter on April the 12th.
You responded, we have not been in communication with Facebook, we have not been contacted, we have not spoken to anyone over the phone.
That's true. We hadn't been in contact with them. We haven't spoken to anyone over the phone.
Right, they said it was in direct communications with us, and we had not been in direct
But
communication.
did you, on that show, say that you were not contacted?
We were not contacted. We was contacted on the 12th. We was contacted on the 12th via Twitter.
All right, so are you saying that you did not lie on that show, or you did lie?
We did not lie on that show. We did that show on the 11th. We was contacted by Twitter on the 12th, by Facebook on the 12th via Twitter. And when we looked in our verifies, there they were.
Is it your testimony today that as of April 11th, when you went on Ms. Ingram's show and said that Mr. Zuckerberg had lied about trying to contact you, that Facebook never reached out to you or Ms. Richardson about this issue?
Mark Zuckerberg said that they was in direct communication with us. That, like they had spoken to us. They did not do that.
Did you get information from Zuckerberg or Facebook?
No.
By any means of communication?
No.
You just said you got it through Twitter.
We got it through Twitter
then you
on the
got it-
12th, on
you
April
got
the 12th.
The next day.
Hold on for a moment. Ms. Jackson, don't try to mince my words. Let me explain to you this here. April the 5th, 2018, they took and they deemed us unsafe to the community and told us it wasn't appealable.
Have you
That was
gotten
April the
contact? And I am-
April the
Ms.
12th
Hardaway,
is when
I am the one asking questions. You're in a judicial committee hearing, and I respect you, and you're going to respect me. Now, my question is, have you gotten contact from Facebook? And Ms. Richardson may want to answer it. Have you?
No.
All right. And you're saying under oath that you did not. And so the Twitter is not communication? That
The
is
way
a
you
tool of
ask, the way
communication.
you're asking that question is a little
I can-
confusing. No, you're asking
I
that
can
question
only
and
ask
you're
the
missing
question,
words right
have you
here.
gotten any communication from Facebook?
On April the 12th,
And
via
in what-
Twitter.
in what mode was that?
That was via
Via
Twitter.
Twitter.
All right, so, and you got information. So your testimony that you did not is not truthful.
That is truthful.
Let me move on to Professor Wallman.
Time of the gentlelady has expired.
I asked that my introduction of my two young ladies not be attributable to my time.
How you use your time is yours, and that did count on your time.
That is not the case.
Yes, it
Professor
did.
Wallman, I'd like you to answer this question.
Time of the gentlelady
If
has expired.
Facebook attempts to answer the question or
Time of the
respond,
gentlelady has
is that
expired.
legitimate that Facebook
Time of
can
the
in
gentlelady
fact,
has expired.
is that legitimate that
Time of the
Facebook can in
gentlelady has
fact
expired.
be held to
We're going to get
standard
through
where
all the
they're trying to
witnesses.
correct
We have to
the
observe
problem?
these time guidelines. We can't give everybody
Mr. Chairman,
2 extra minutes.
I asked for the chairman to have gotten out of the seat when he said yes, and the staff is standing here, and they need to be able to speak up. I want this question answered by Mr. Wallman.
Thank you, madam.
Mr.
Time of
Wallman,
the
can
gentlelady
you
has
answer that
expired.
question,
There may be
please?
time after
Mr.
everybody
Wallman,
else
can you answer the question?
has
Mr. Wallman, can you
Facebook-
answer the question? You're not
Time
going
of
to
the
be penalized.
gentlelady has
Facebook has an
expired.
opportunity to make those decisions for its own.
This
part,
time we'll
and they
recognize
don't do it in
Mr.
a
Biggs
biased
for
way.
5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Wallman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This has been very interesting. I want to make clear, I keep
Very distinguished witnesses for your presence here today. Question for Mrs. Hardaway. Have you ever publicly expressed an opinion about the presidency of Barack Obama?
No, because I wasn't into politics or anything like that. So when you say, wait a minute, hold on, when you say public, well, not when he was in office. Let me back up. If I had something to say, it was during the election
Right.
when they were running.
And what was that opinion?
That I didn't think he was a good president. He didn't do anything for the black community. Look at the people from Chicago, and he was from Chicago. So I had a very vocal opinion. But while he was in office, like before the election, I didn't publicly say anything because I just wasn't into it
I appreciate
until Donald
that.
Trump came along.
Now, are you familiar with a governmental entity called the Federal Election Commission?
The FEC, I am.
See?
And are you aware that presidential campaigns are required to submit what's called campaign finance disclosure reports with the FEC?
Yes.
And those FEC disclosure reports detail contributions made to the Trump campaign. Are you aware of that fact?
It could be, I mean, okay.
And the FEC reports also publicly disclose what's called expenditures or disbursements made by the Trump campaign. Are you aware of that fact?
Well, I keep hearing it. I heard somebody put out a news article that was out there, but.
Okay. Let me enter into the record, Mr. Chairman, I ask unanimous consent for what's called the post-general election FEC report filed by the Trump campaign on May 12th, 2017.
Yes.
Can he tell me how
Sir,
much the
Mr.
amount
Gomer?
was? Okay.
Without objection. Yep.
Thank you very much. Now, Ms. Hardaway, I think you stated on the record today at least 3 times, quote, "We were not paid by the Trump campaign." Is that correct?
That is
That
correct.
is correct.
Okay. Now, are you aware that your testimony today is under oath, subject to the penalty of perjury?
Yes, we are aware of that.
Okay. Now, the FEC report dated May 12th, 2017, states that on November 22nd, 2016, the campaign of Donald J. Trump for President Incorporated paid Diamond and Silk $1,274.94 for field consulting. Are you familiar with that?
We're familiar with that particular lie. We can see that you do look at fake news. What happened is, and what should have happened is, you should have come to our mouths to see what exactly happened before a false narrative was put out there about the $1,274.94. So let me explain right now to you and the world.
Hold on one second, because I want to give you the opportunity to explain, which is why I'm asking the question.
Right.
I'm actually trying to figure out, are you calling this FEC document fake? Well, actually, let me get some clarity.
No, we're not calling that fake.
I'm going to give you an opportunity to respond.
Okay.
I'm just really I'm struggling. I'm really just trying to figure out, right? Because you have an FEC document that clearly indicates that the two of you were paid for field consulting by the Trump campaign. That's just one document. There may be others that are out here. And presumably, this was a document filed with genuineness and authenticity by the campaign of the president that you so love. And so I'm just trying to figure out,
We understand that this was
who is lying here? Is it the Trump campaign, or is someone not telling
Nobody
the truth?
is lying. However, there may have been a mistake from the Trump campaign whenever they wrote what the $1,274.94 was for. Actually, this was for because we was asked to join the Women for Trump tour back in 2016. And Miss Laura Trump asked that our airline tickets be refunded back to us because we paid for those tickets when we went from New York to Ohio. I have the email right here which substantiate what happened on September the 11th whenever Laura Trump wrote to Allen to tell them to reimburse us. So that $1,274.
I appreciate that explanation. So now let me just ask you one final question.
No, it was for a reimbursement.
I understand.
That's right, not field consulting.
I understand.
We've never been paid by the Trump campaign.
I appreciate that, and I'm just trying to figure out whether, consistent with what the president indicated, he urged you to monetize your support for him. And I'm just trying to figure out.
He urged us to monetize our platform, and there's nothing wrong with that. As an African American, you're not going to make us feel guilty because we're going to get out here and we're going to take advantage of these platforms and monetize, just like everybody else do. I don't see you walking up to a white person and saying, "Oh, you shouldn't be monetizing that." So why are you, as an African American, making it?
The gentleman's time has expired.
With us monetizing our platform.
I respect your game. I really do.
Gentleman's time has
I'm just trying to get an
It's not a game.
understanding of whether funds.
The gentleman's time
changed
has
or not.
expired.
As a black American, as far as I'm concerned, it is a high-tech lynching for uppity blacks who in any way deign to think for themselves.